Shine it up, rev it up, and let it run, yeah. It gets a high riding off into the sun, yeah. I got a heart like a truck.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Unwild. So, big news is I have finally brought Baylee home. We picked her up on Sunday, and it is now Monday, so we had a nice groundwork session just to let her get used to all her new surroundings and everything around here, especially with the traffic going by and lots of trains today. So we started off with some walk poles, and she did really well with these. I just led her over them a few times before lunging her over. She had never been in this pasture before, so I just wanted to get her acclimated real good before just saying, oh, here, go do this real fast. So we did these several times just as a nice, good warm-up for her. So here we go back over them, and she just was so calm and relaxed and so good for me. Yeah, we just kept going over them several times. She kept thinking it was snack time, but that's okay. I just get her focused back on me. And eventually, I now have a raised pole up, so I introduced the middle pole as a raised pole for her. And we introduced trot circles, so I do transitions using my voice as much as possible. And again, another snack break. So I just did over the poles, walk over the poles, and then trot circles, and then transition into a walk right before the poles. And I believe she tried to trot these and her little hind end over the raised pole. Not trot poles yet, Baylee, but she did try at least, and that's all I could really ask for. And so she still trotted, and she cleared 2 poles instead of just 1. So bringing her back around, I was like, okay, she's now not listening to my voice quite as well, so we're going to take it back a step. I led her over it a couple times and just let her halt, relax after the poles. I'd praise her, and then we introduced it back on the lunge line again. Again, another snack break. And now is where we introduce the trot circles. And back to a walk. And now I guide her towards the walk poles again. And she does really good over those. Now changing the direction of how we are lunging. Go to the right and pick up our trot. She does really nice with that transition. And good walk transition. She was really getting good about just going off of my voice. Good over the poles. And then she tries to eat, and I finally said, no, it's not. You need to focus on me. It's not snack time. And so she kept going. Nice walk. And back over the poles, which she knocked the raised one down that time. So I just had to stop, bring her in, and fix that real quick here in a second. Now continue back, and we're going the same direction. She gets over that pole just fine. And we carry on doing our trotting and add in the trot circle. And I'm really liking how she's moving around me and really going at a nice rhythm, not going fast and then slow. She's doing really good for me. And back to our walk over the poles. Very nice. And I think we called it good for that, for the walk poles. So now I've spaced them out some. I think I did 4 heel-to-toe steps in between each pole. And we've got them set up for trotting. And here you can see she had a little spook, little look at something off in the distance there towards the barn. But she still went over the poles real nice. I just wanted her to walk them, kind of see, oh, hey, there's a distance change here. And I think do one more walk this direction before, I think we change the rein, or do we pick up the trot? I think we're going to go right into the trot this direction. And yep, right into the trot. Very nice. She's getting a little look over there, little bitty steps over the pole, but that's okay. And she goes really nice. Come back around to them, and much better that time for the distance and striding. So I think I did the 3 is key, so did 3 circles, and really nice over the trot poles that time too. Back to the walk, give her a little breather, and I think we go back over them at the walk as well, just to kind of keep her. I mainly did pole work for the first day just to, because I knew she'd be distracted with all her new surroundings, so I wanted to give her something she could bring her focus back on. So I think it worked really well today. And here we go, changing the direction and letting her just, once again, just walk through them. I think we just did once this way. And really nice, good strides. And I think we'll pick up our trot here. Yep. And she was doing really good transitions just off of my voice for the most part, so that was really nice. Good strides, and I love her thick mane bouncing all over the place. So come around again, really nice. She only had a couple small missteps, I think, here and there. But overall, she is very consistent over the poles. And see just a tiny misstep, added stride before the second pole there. Now we are, I think she stopped trotting on me there, so I was like, okay, trot again, and then I'll ask for the walk. And which she did nicely there. And I believe she goes over the poles now. And good over the poles. And now we're going back the other direction. And we have a raised pole in the middle once again. So I just walked her over that. And I think we will pick up our trot. Oh, and the wind was blowing a little bit, and here you will see little spook. It was a little leaf tornado off in the corner there, and she did not like that. She just had a little spook. And so I just let her settle down for a second. Went over, just said, it's okay, you're fine. No leaves are going to eat you today. and carried on. I just let her walk back over the poles once again, just let her get by that corner where the leaves were, and she carried on real nicely. So here we go back trotting, and she goes very nice over the raised pole. And so we go back 2 more times over. And like I said, 3 is key. So really nice. And heading back around once more. And good. And so we end there for just a moment. Bring her back to a walk. And have her, I didn't ask her to go back over them this time, just asked for a little tighter circle right there. So, and another snack break. So now I bring her in again, and I think we're switched directions. She immediately trots off, so I ask her to calm down and take a little walk for a second. Now pick up the trot. And now we are walking again. I think I wanted her to walk over the poles this direction first. So we will do that. She had to take a little bit of a long stride over the raised pole, but she made it work. That's good. Now we pick up our trot. And I love watching this mare trot. She had a little bobble, but nothing bad. Another little added step there. But again, she's trying and she's not knocking them down, so I'll take that. There we go. That was really good right there. And now we'll bring her back down to walk again. And she's doing really good. Alright, so now we have canter poles. I took out the middle one and spaced just 2 out. I didn't want to overwhelm her with the canter poles right now. And she'd already been working really hard, so wanted to end it a little bit easier in the canter. So I had her do a canter circle around me before introducing the poles, and then I added in a couple transitions, so back to trot, and then back to canter again, back to trot, and then walk. Gave her just a little breather. And she really impressed me with her cantering on the lunge line. I figured she'd be really distracted, not wanting to canter, but she did really, really well. And she was very good with all the traffic going by, UPS trucks going by down our road, and they were flying. So she didn't bat an eye at that at all, and I was very, very happy with that. So changed the directions, and this was her offside. I had to really help her in the canter here. You can see I kind of canter along with her, just to try to keep the striding, and so I don't pull on her as much, because we are doing big circles. This was definitely her offside, and I will talk about that a little bit more in our riding video from Sunday. I can definitely tell when riding her, this cantering to the right is her weaker side, and that's okay. Here she gets a little bit distracted and throws a slight little tantrum and gets a little disengaged with her work. So I just kind of let her throw her tantrum, get it out, and then get her back to work. And we are cantering again, and now she's getting a little bit more focused on me again, not getting quite as distracted with what's over by the barn. And now back to the trot. She did that real nice. And I don't think we did another canter lap at the moment that direction. I think we will go to the canter poles here in a second. And there she is. She just comes into me. Give her a little breather for a second. Of course, give this mare a hug because she is so freaking cool. And now we're cantering to the left over the poles, and she gets the stride. It was just a little bit wobbly and off-centered. And you can tell it just gets more to the outside each time. So it's like, okay, I need to adjust my circle and bring her. Again, it was just not quite in the center, and so she was really trying to get over the pole, even though her right legs were not quite making it over the pole. They'd be on the outside. There she goes, a little bit more towards the center there. Did really nice there. Back to the trot, and I was trying to make my circle smaller, and I guess we did not communicate that very nicely. So she trotted over my jump block a little bit. It was a very pretty trot there for a couple strides. And back to the walk, and now we are going to canter back again. And the striding was just a little bit off. I just needed her to extend just the tiniest bit, and I guess I just didn't realize it over that first pole, and she broke down to a trot. And so I asked her again, and she's really trying, and there we got it to work. And so I let her trot again, and she was trying so hard for me to make the distance and do what I was asking of her. And so we have another little walk break, and she did really good over that. So now we're going to go back the opposite direction and canter here in a second, bring her up to the trot. And she's a little lazy in the trot going this direction today. Not quite as forward as I'd like. So there, just getting her a little bit more forward, get a little bit momentum, and then asking for the canter, and she nailed the striding right off the bat. I was really happy with that. And so bring her back to a trot. And I didn't want her to go over the poles quite yet. Wanted her to canter them, not trot them. So there we go again. And the striding was much better going this direction, even though I think this is her offside. Maybe poles fix that a little bit. I don't know. But she did really well over the canter poles. And I believe we ended ground poles there. And we took breaks in between each build up to the trot poles, and then to another break to the canter poles, and another break before this. And now I've made the poles into a little cross rail, and she pops over that really nicely from a trot. I think I did 2 trot circles and then a canter. So again, not too bad. And I think I'll ask for the canter here, make a little tighter circles. So here we are cantering now. And oh, she is so cool. She definitely, I think she almost misjudged the stride and feel like she didn't quite coordinate her takeoff quite as well with her body like she had done from the trot, but she still made it over and did it very cleanly. So I was good with that. I just wanted to jump her 3 times each direction. So here we go, doing the other direction. Because she was pretty tired even after several long breaks. So I wasn't going to overwhelm her and push her with the jumping. So here we are trotting, and she'll go over the jump here and knocks it over first try. So I had to go pick that up and fix that real quick. And so she jumped it that time. I was really pleased. Picked up the correct lead after the jump. Just asked for her to come back down to a trot again and pop back over this again. And then here I'll ask for the canter. And there she goes. Really nice, and love this jump. I think that was probably my favorite jump of the whole session. I really liked that. So bring her back down and let her trot out a little bit, and then bring her down to a walk. And she did really well. I'm super pleased with this session and how she has settled in so well, and I can't thank Camille enough for all the hard work she has put into my mare and everything she has taught Baylee, and I'm really super excited to have her home. So this little sneak peek, well, not sneak peek, this is a little session during our breaks that we were doing with our utilizing our low pond at the moment. Made a little cross-country bank out of it. So she got very excited doing these. And I did ask her to trot them, but I forgot to film, I think. But she definitely liked the banks once she understood how to maneuver herself down and up. I think she really enjoyed that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below.